quiet hill with the grass laid low. Telephone wires hum what the seasons know. Boot soles find the truth of ground. Piano of crickets, no other sound. I open my palms to whatever's been and feel the old clean weight of the wind. I used to fight weather with iron lungs, argue with thunder like it owed me songs, chased every rumor with a sharpened shoe, turned every whisper to something I do. But storms get bored of the boy who shouts, teach him the value of leaving things out. Now I stand smaller and hold more sky, let clouds pass through without asking why. The trees keep counsel with a patient sway, counting to 4 till the rage goes gray. A leaf rides past with a saint's small grin and knows how to travel the weight of the wind. Breathe on forward, don't force the air. Let your ribs be a rocking chair. If pride wants volume in velvet skin, answer softly, carry the wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It presses and blesses the bones I mend. I bow a little then rise again. No crown, no witness, no oath to spend. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. I learned to repair what I used to replace, to sand down anger to a workable grace, file off edges that begged for blood, trade iron for patience and fire for wood. My name used to knock like a bailiff's fist, now it arrives like a morning mist. I keep my promises near the wrist, so when I reach they won't be missed. A widow sweeps a stoop 2 doors down, hums a hymn that wears no crown. We share a nod that could feed a town, a treaty of ordinary worn like a gown. The wind signs off with a cedar's pen, rides carry less on the skin of men. Count to 4 while the snare stays thin, let the heart say stay and the breath come in. If yesterday has to be loud again, point to the hill, say listen, wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It straightens posture, slows the end, teaches a spine how not to bend. No throne, no trumpet, no staged amen. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. There's a coat I wore through a furious age, lined with the clatter of a louder stage. I hang it now on a quieter hook, let fabric remember what rage once took. My hands smell faintly of oiled old keys, doors I can open without making pleas. Not every lock needs force to spin, some undo easy with the wind. I measure my strength by what I spare, by paths I leave for others to wear. If a bridge needs toll, I'll pay in peace, offer my silence by release. I'm learning to lose like a patient friend, to give the victory to the wind. Breathe on 4, let the drums stay low, let the strings lean in and let them go. If fear demands a harsher end, answer with breath, answer with wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It lifts my anger from under the skin, turns sharp to round, turns lost to kin. No medals pinned, no debts to spin. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. Bring me the doors I slammed for proof. I'll hinge them soft beneath this roof. Bring me the names I said too fast. I'll speak them slow till the hardness pass. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back in a steadier skin. Let guitar bend like a reading prayer. Let bass say home on the lower air. If courage is quiet, it sounds like this. A breath held true, a moment kissed. Say less. Stand still. Count to 4. Let it fill. A child chases kites near a chain link wall. String line laughing at the threat to fall. His mother holds a spool like a steady moon. Teaches him drift is a kind of tune. I learn again what the young already know. You fly by giving the wind more rope. Not by yanking heaven to your plan, but by walking honest as a man. A sparrow stencils a dotted hem. From wire to wire, neat and slim. It doesn't explain how the currents blend. Just rides in trust on the weight of the wind. Hold that 4 till the doubt grows kind. Let your pulse be a gentler mind. If thunder begs to be your friend, shake its hand, then keep the wind. Count to 4 with a longer trust. Let the drum be dust, the bronze be rust. If night requests one final grin, exhale slow and hand it the wind. The weight of the wind is light but sure, a tender burden I can endure. It clears the room where the loud ones grin, leaves only tools a good life needs. It leans me forward, keeps me thin, enough to fit where mercy is. No crown to straighten, no swords to tend. Just me and the old clean weight of the wind. Write it in grass, right. Streetlight flickers like a tired eye. Wind files papers in the midnight sky. One step, two step, echoes keep score. My shadow walks ahead to check the door. No throne tonight, no jury to tame. Just me and a road that remembers my name. I learned to travel with a smaller flame, to warm my hands without calling fame. Pocket the thunder, lease the rain. Spend my silence like I'm buying pain. The buildings nod the way old men do. They know the years and the rent come due. I don't ask mercy to change his mind. I just walk straighter and pay on time. It's true that only the pavement tells, in the seams of the city where patience dwells. My heartbeat counts like a warm bass drum. Fall to the soul till the fears go numb. I don't need choir, I don't need crown. I'll polish my footsteps and put them down. Count to 4 with the ribs, not the tongue. Let the breath hold steady where the song began young. If the night wants secrets, let the night refrain. The road already knows my name. The road remembers my name. Every mile, every vow I couldn't explain. It holds my weight without complaint, turns my rage to a thinner paint. I walk without banners of blame, and still the road remembers my name. Sings of bargains I didn't take, of a softer hand I learned to make. No entourage, no last man, just a pocket watch and a steady hand. I keep the hour like a borrowed tune, let patience gather like a later moon. If history knocks with a bleeding fist, I open the window and let out the mist. Breathe on the floor, let the snare brush slow, let the string pad bloom and then let go. If pride asks loud to be renamed, tell it the road remembers my name. The road remembers my name. Every scar I turned into aim. It doesn't praise, it doesn't blame, it just holds stride when the world plays games. I give the night my simplest claim. I'm here, I'm home, and the road knows my name. There's a diner with a stubborn light, a bell that rings like it forgives the night. The waitress pours mercy in a chip blue cup, says you look like someone who keeps getting up. I laugh the way a quiet man laughs, short and true with the edges half. I tip the jar for the prayer she keeps, for the janitor's gospel and the cook who weeps. We don't trade testimonies, we trade the air. A little more honest, a little less glare. Then back to the sidewalk's honest frame. It nods again, it knows my name. Hold that four, let the piano blink. One note hanging on the edge of think. If memory begs me to play its game, I wave and walk, the road knows my name. The road remembers my name. When love was a fever and I learned to abstain, when anger was copper on a lightning chain, when losses were teachers I had to entertain. I didn't win, I learned to remain, that's enough. The road remembers my name. Bring me the miles I wore too fast, bring me the hours that chose to last. Bring me the letters I never sent, the anger I folded till it went. Let the guitar bend where the breath won't go, let the bass say yes when the doubts say no. If purpose is simple, it sounds like this, a footstep that doesn't need applause to exist. Breathe, count to 4. Leave what you can't retrieve. I pass a church with a crooked sign, it whispers grace to the unaligned. I don't go in, but I understand. Some doors you honor by staying a man. Across the street a pawn shop sleeps, dreaming of rings and the hands they keep. I used to trade tomorrow for a sharper crown, now I trade perfection for laying it down. There's a widow watering a hanging fern, she waves like someone who had to learn how to love the world that took her world. I tip the brim and the flags unfurled, D minor moon in a narrow frame. It paints my coat and spells my name. Slow and low, let the strings exhale, let the trumpet whisper like a faithful trail. If fate requests a loud acclaim, I sign with quiet, the road knows my name. The road remembers my name. In the plot lines I refuse to flame, in the doors I open without a claim, in the boys who gotta walk home the same. No medal required, no public acclaim, just this, the road remembers my name. The road remembers my name. Through every silence I learned to frame, through Through every storm I chose to tame, through every mercy I let remain. Rotted in asphalt, rotted in rain, I walk, I breathe, I'm still the same. No witness needed, no trumpet flame. I'm home wherever the road knows my name. Streetlight blinks and settles true. Wind files nothing.
The minor dawn inside a quiet frame. Steam writes cursive on the window pane. Chair takes breath, floor keeps time. Kettle hums a single line. I touch the knob, the brass the same. Even if I go, the room still knows my name. I left my thunder on the porch swing rail, hung up proof like a retired tale. Kept only tools that mend and stay, an oiled hinge, a light of day. There's sawdust in the afternoon, a stray blue nail like a small old moon. Every corner keeps a gentler aim to hold a man and not his fame. I've spoken softer than I came, and when I leave, the room will say my name. Count to 4 with the ribs not pried. Let breath be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks like a neon claim, smile once and let the room say your name. The room still knows my name in wood and light and grain. It keeps my weight without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. The sink remembers how I prayed, not with words but cups I made. Porcelain, patience, soap and dawn, rinsing the iron from what I'd worn. The table bears a kinder scar, where bread was split and peace sat down. A letter folded near the jar, your hinge holds well, we keep it sound. The clock leans back, decides to stay. Time walks barefoot through the day. I stand more still, and when I came in here, the room, it peered my name. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns for a final game, pour tea, let the room say your name. The room still knows my name in wood and light and grain. It keeps my way without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. A coat on the hook with a quiet wrist, lined with apologies I almost missed. I pull it close, it warms the bone, a map to places I've outgrown. I listen for the houses I've repaired, porches breathing, hinges spared, chairs that learn to softer ground, doors that open, voices round. The neighborhood hums a gentle claim, we recognize each other's names. But if I drift beyond this street, the floorboards keep my measured feet. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for brighter blame, turn down the lamp, let the room speak your name. The room still knows my name, in wood and light and grain. It keeps my weight without a stain. It sings me home through ordinary rain. No trumpet needs to frame the lesson or the flame. I could be gone, but here remains a room that knows my name. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll say them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let guitar bend once then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants one last acclaim, point at the chair that knows my name. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A widow's thank you on the sill, 3 words steady as a hill. Fence still stands, that's all she wrote, enough to keep a man afloat. 2 kids outside rehearse their breaks, argue stars and second takes. Their mother laughs, the street agrees, light rides patient on the trees. I learned to vanish from the stage, to leave a quieter, useful page. So when I go beyond this frame, the broom remembers how I came. Hold that 4-letter rim, click pray. Let mercy sign the day. The moon leans low on a crooked wire. My breath smells like smoke and tire. Another night with nothing to prove, just the echo of the man I used to move. The whiskey speaks where words can't live, a quiet sermon no priest could give. In the dark, she nods, she always forgives. I left a town that forgot my fate, chasing ghosts I could never replace. Dreams turned cold in the neon rain, every step I took just spelled my name. She said, baby, love's a game of death, and I'm still paying what I can't forget. I light a match just to watch it fade, 'cause whiskey don't forget mistakes I made. same old lie. Promises burning while the years go by. A stranger nod says, I know that pain. We toast the past and lose again. A shadow moves where a perfume stays. It's been 10 years but it smells the same. Every night I try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. No preacher waits, no choir sings, just bottles lined like wedding rings. You can pray or curse the flame, but it'll still spell out her name. Sin comes cheap, truth comes late. Heaven's locked, I missed that gate. And every sip's a cold duet, 'cause whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the man who lost his fight, still singing low through another night. He laughs soft at what he regrets, yeah, whiskey don't forget. It hums my sorrow in a golden tone, cuts through bones straight to the soul. I ain't begging peace, just a reset, but whiskey don't forget. Photos torn, but her smile still stings like a chord that never stops to ring. I left a name carved on a ballroom door. She left her heart on my bedroom floor. The past don't sleep, it just waits in line with an open seat and a glass of wine. I try to heal, but the blues still bet that whiskey won't forget. The road arms low, the ties confess. Every mile a wound I don't address. I chase forgiveness down dead-end streets, but mercy don't speak to men like me. I see her face in motel glass, reflected pain that just won't pass. I smile faintly, try to reset, but whiskey don't forget. The man in the mirror grins too wide. He's tired of watching me run and hide. He says, boy, the truth is a debt unpaid, and whiskey's the price that never fades. The blues ain't cruel, it's just fair. It gives you pain, 'cause nothing else cares. You lose your soul, your last roulette. Still, whiskey don't forget. I used to play loud for a crowded room. Now I hum slow in the shadows tune. She said I'd drown in my own regret. Now I float on a sea I can't forget. The night don't judge, it just takes its due. Each drop a story I swore was true. The flame still burns my silhouette. Whiskey don't forget. Pour one more for the ones who tried to love too hard and still got denied. For the ghosts that dance when the lights reset, yeah, whiskey don't forget. Raise that glass to the sinner's song, where right feels right and wrong feels strong. No crown, no party, no dignity, 'cause whiskey don't forget. I sold my peace for a steady flame. Signed the night beneath my name. The bar's near empty, but the sound still sways. A broken prayer to better days. Each note bleeds, each silence weighs. She's gone, but her ghost still plays. And in that hush, a cold regret whiskey won't forget. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but I still keep time in minor key. If hell had a stage, I'd play it blue, 'cause the devil drinks the same as you. My song's a scar I can't outplay. It follows me night and day. I drink to dreams not finished yet, 'cause whiskey don't forget. No choir hums, no dawn redeems, just a low hum of forgotten dreams. The truth don't fade, it just resets. Whiskey don't forget. It's mercy's twin with a bitter face, a cold hand, a warm embrace. I fade, I fall, I owe that debt. Whiskey don't forget. So pour one for the silent kind who left their peace but stayed behind. For every man the world misread, yeah. Whiskey don't forget. No crown, no light, no silhouette, just the smoke of a no regret. And if I'm gone, remember yet, the whiskey don't forget. Joyful. Morning sits warm on a faithful chair. Piano breath rides easy, yeah. Cup in my hand, a scar on the rim. I toast the burdens that taught me to swim. Not every weight was an enemy. I used to curse the stone I hauled, swore at the sky like the blame it called, held my jaw like a rusted clamp, burned my name into every lamp. Then one long winter showed me slow how steady shoulders make rivers grow. I learned to breathe beneath the load, count my steps, repair the road. A boy with fury, a man with hands. I traded thunder for honest plan. The spine I earned from agony became the weight that loved me. Count to 4 with ribs, not a rage. Let breath uncrease the page. If yesterday begs for injury, say thank you, storm, you carried me. This is the way that loved me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees the country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. No speech could name this sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loved me. A door once stuck where my temper lived. I pushed and kicked what a hinge forgives. Later I learned the drop of oil, the gentle truth that saves the soil. I held a friend through his midnight ache, let grief speak floods until it broke. We didn't dam it with clever talk, we kept the lamps and took the walk. Some weights are names you refuse to drop, a vow you keep at the quiet shop. Hold steady here, make bread, pour tea, let ordinary carry me. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns like a debtor's plea, tell it kindness carried me. This is the way to love me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees a country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. No speech could name this sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loved me. I wore a suit that cost me sleep, silk on the surface, the lining cheap. It taught me how a shine can lie, how fabric strains when rooms run dry. I hung it up beside my rage, watch both grow small with age. Now denim truth and linen calm hold me closer than any song. The bills I paid, the debts I owe, the promises I haul like a road. They didn't drown, they discipled me. Cut keys to doors I couldn't see. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If memory has to set me free, say burden, tune the key. This is a way to love me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees a country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. No speech could name the sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight they loved me. Bring me the stones I threw at night. I'll build a hearth that keeps us alive. Bring me the names I lifted wrong. I'll sing them slow inside this song. Bring me the locks I forced for show. I'll oil them now and let them go. Let slide guitar bend once then rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon claim, feed it bread and call it plain. If power asks what love can be, a weight you share, not just a key. Say let's stand true. Count to 4, come through. I met a widow on Market Street, carried her bags through summer heat. She didn't cry, she didn't preach, just split the load in equal reach. We walked 3 blocks like a small parade, a chorus built of what hands laid. She said, I thought I'd break in two. I said, not now, look me into. I learned that love is not a blaze. It's cooler light on longer days. The heaviest kindness quietly becomes a weight that loves me. Hold that 4, let the rim click, pray. Let mercy sign the day. If thunder begs for history, let burdens ride the victory. This is the way to love me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees the country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. The glass stays still while the room leans in. Your shadow breathes where you begin. The bass walks slow, the air turns wide. I hear the storm and the fire you hide. A match unstruck, a coil of heat. The snare taps vows beneath your feet. In the night she waits, eyes open wide, to watch you guard the fire you hide. You wear your calm like a tale of truth, a seasoned grace that outgrows you. No sharpened word, no reckless swing, just silence set like a steady ring. Your hands don't twitch, your eyes don't bleed. You let the room learn what you mean. The crowd grows careful side to side. They feel the heat in the fire you hide. A cufflink shines like a practice star, a tiny signal for who you are. The organ whispers a velvet thread, a warning soft as a prayer unsaid. No fevered breath betrays your flame, no lifted chin to shout your name. But I can hear the thunder ride, a horse made quiet by the fire you hide. Ain't no preacher blessing this control. You learn to lose on what you stole. You bank the blazing iron jars. You steer by silence, not by stars. You count to 10, let pride subside. Let ash turn coal and coal abide. And when the world demands your side, you show them all the fire you had. So pour one for the men who never shout, whose steady post is all's the doubt. He laughs low, won't break the tide. He moves the night with fire he hides. It hums like steel, it warms like wine, a sovereign heat with no headline. I ain't begging fate to guide, I lead with all the fire. She finds your gaze and tests the frame, a curious spark that wants a name. You tilt your glass, refuse the chase. You let her learn the shape of grace. The bass grows thick, the chatter fades. A hush collects like midnight braids. She leans toward the darker side, drawn by the gravity you hide. You learn to fold your anger neat, to iron heat with measured beat, to close the fist without the blow, to make the storm decide to slow, to turn the fuse into a thread, to bank the flame without it dead, to let the hunger be your guide. A kept clean, righteous fire you hide. The man in the mirror lifts his brow, says, boy, I see you've learned it now. It ain't the roar that rules the room, it's how you breathe, how long you bloom. No blade to wave, no brittle pride, just heat with nowhere else to ride. He taps the glass and seems to glide. You're crowned by all the fire you hide. A murmur builds from jealous throats, a little stone that swells and floats. They test your edge, they court your name, they bait your pulse to brighter flame. You raise one hand, an inch at best, the riot crawls back in his chest. The snare resumes its faithful stride, obedient to the fire you hide. Pour one for the man who holds his ground, who slows a storm without a sound. He hums low, lets truth decide. He bends the night with fire he hides. Raise your glass to iron grace, to eyes that hush a crowded place. No roar, no blade, no careless pride, just sovereign kept clean.
clean fire he hides. A single note becomes a road, a hush becomes the strongest code. The Hammond breathes a chapel tone, the floorboards vow you're not alone. A regal thread beneath the tide, a furnace built but kept inside. The room leans in, the sparks divide. They learn to trust the fire you hide. I ain't holy, I ain't tame, I simply outgrew aimless flame. I spend my sparks where they belong. I buy my peace with measured strong. I keep my fury polished heel, a blade that never leaves the shield. And when the loud ones want a guide, I show the path by fire. Ain't no choir singing this restraint, no trumpet for the patient saint. The proof is how the lightning awaits, how even thunder hesitates. You want the key, reduce the stride, let one grow wise and heat reside. And when the world pulls either side, stand still inside the fire you hide. So pour one for the sovereign few, whose quiet tells the world what's true. He laughs low, lets time decide. He moves the dark with fire he hides. No thorn, no flare, no reckless ride, just breath and oath and temper pride. And when I fade, remember tide, my crown was in the fire. As she high, tuba scrolls their name, the trends go by verloren flame. I've mass blast price for lips to slow. You promise so go with this go. By he gets Kenton far.
Daylight sits quiet on a workbench scar. Dust makes halos where the tools now are. Piano breath, a low D chord. My hands remember what they're for. No crowd, no clout that needs a jury. Just honest work with hands without hurry. I hammered my youth to a louder law, built fast kingdoms out of raw. The nails look brave till the boards pull thin. Speed was a show I kept within. Now I square the wood till corners rest. Let patience choose which cut is best. I sand the edge till the splinters learn that time is a teacher that doesn't burn. I oil the hinge and watch it sing, a quiet art that spares the spring. The door behaves like a truer story. That's what you get with hands without hurry. Count to 4 on the ribs, not eyes. Let breath be the rule that squares your lies. If pride says faster, smile and defer. What's meant to last prefers the slower. Hands without hurry, they hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, oh, no borrowed jewelry, just work made right. without hurry. Well, the street outside wears a softer shoe, the kind that walks what it means to do. A neighbor waves with a fence half broke. We trade 2 planks and a lighter yoke. He says I rushed it, I say we've all then measured twice, so boards don't fall. We share the weight on the end that bites, leave room for swelling on rainy nights. He breathes like someone who found his floor. I find my peace at his front door. The screw seats slow till threads find glory. Another job done with hands without hurry. Breathe on full, let the snare stay low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If yesterday begs for a faster story, let today reply. Hands without hurry. Hands without hurry. They hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jewelry, just work made right by hands without hurry. I've learned the grammar of a grain and glue, how keep secrets, how maple's true, how mercy sends down a jagged word, how screws don't strip if your fate's not hurried. I fix a chair where a child will climb, build in a rhythm that honors time. My knuckles wear a wiser stain, not blood, not brag, but honest grain. I keep a box of screws I save for days when lack meets a love I braved. A measured drawer labeled ordinary glory, a craftsman's gospel, hands without hurry. Count to 4 till the pulse sits right. Let strings bow warmth instead of might. If thunder lobbies for his story, let hinges vote for hands without hurry. Hands without hurry. They hold, they mend, they stay. They make a room sturdy and keep the sharp away. No neon needed, no borrowed jewelry, just work made right by hands without hurry. And bring me the locks I slam for show. I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I carved too deep. I'll plane them smooth where children sleep. Hey, bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide guitar bend once and rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a quicker glory, teach it a slower, better story. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Evening leans through an open frame, paint dries level without a name. I write the date on the windowsill, sign it small so the house stands still. A letter waits with a grateful line about that table holds just fine. I fold it twice like a carpenter's square, lay it flat in remembered air. What I repair repairs me too. The proof is a life that passes through. Soup on Sunday, a story's glory. Feet on floors cured without hurry. Patience harvest what time has made. If pride asks who will tell your story, I'll point at the doors that open surely. Hands without hurry. They hold, they mend, they stay. bench where a boy will learn. Teach him the grain and how clamps turn. He asks, why wait if we know it fits? Because I say wood has its wits. Because a laugh is a house you build. We don't
organ hums low like a hallway prayer. Brass holds its breath in the chandelier. Snare taps one, an oath on the skin. A bright bass counts everywhere I've been. Men line up like shadows in a pew, hats in their hands like something they knew. Tonight we tied in a different church, where loyalty pays in the faithful purse. They say allegiance is a velvet chain, looks like gold, tight like rain. You wear it proud till it bites your throat. You kiss the ring while you sign the note. The room knows names that the city won't speak, where strong men kneel to keep the weak. A look from me says clock's too slow. A lift of my glass says yes or no. I didn't climb shouting on a borrowed stair. I moved like smoke and made men care. I kept my rage folded out thin, saved it for days when the odds won't spin. But every covenant carries a fee, the part of you you can't set free. I ask for loyalty, nothing less, and pay it back in carefulness. Count to 4, keep the blade unseen. Let the hush stay sharp and clean. If a promise has weight, let the bones agree. Every yes costs part of me. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghost in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my men with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. A soldier steps forward, jaw tight, tight. Eyes like a bridge between wrong and right. Says, boss, I stood where you told me stand. Held my breath, did not raise hands. But my brother fell when I spared a fool. Mercy was warm, the world was cruel. I answered slow, you did what's mine. Obedience first, revenge in line. Your grief is a ledger I sign tonight. You'll have your due when the time turns right. He nods like a bell that refuses to ring. We both swallow iron and call it a thing. I've learned that guidance is a narrow street, where every mile rubs faith on your feet. You carry the men or you let them drown. Either way, the weight is a crown. Count to 4 while the organ moans. Let the snare write truth on bones. If duty aches like a winter bloom, hold one breath for the silent room. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghosts in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my men with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. There's a scripture etched on the back room door. Take orders clean or don't take more. A choir of jackets hangs and waits, elbows polished by a patient face. She slips from the shadow with chapel light. Smells like the truth in a perfect disguise. Says, tell me, King, what your crown can't hide. I say, The cost of the faith on my side. Every night I give is a cut I keep. I send men walking and I lose my sleep. I trade my tenderness coin by coin. Make a rosary out of what I join. She touches my cuff like a chalice rim. Here's the hymn I won't let brim. His power of mercy she asks the throne. It is if the guilty walk home alone. Horn sighs low like a priest grown tired. Snare brushes ash from a night rewired. Count to 4, let the verdict land. Steel in the throat, silk in the hand. If love and duty must collide, let duty walk and love abide. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghosts in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my men with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. Bring me the vow that outlives fear. Bring me the hour I can't engineer. Bring me the name I couldn't save. I'll carve it soft on the night I gave. Bring me the rage I locked in oak. I'll let it breathe, but not to smoke. If justice walks with measured shoes, let fate remove the nails they use. And if my law must break my heart, spare the men, I'll pay the part. Kneel to the tempo, rise to the tune. Sins are heavier before the noon. Obey the line, but mind the cost. The faithful man is never lost. This is the price of obedience. Gold on the wrist, ghosts in the vents. You keep your word till your word keeps you. When the bill comes due, when the night turns blue, I bless my men with a steady hand. Hold their fear like a wedding band. We don't buy thunder, we lease the sky. Pay with silence and never ask why. Let's crawl foreverly, man, stay true. At shout on the bay till the dawn breaks due. Wedded and braids, wedded and bold. Like keep the legs, just name and bold. Logan bends down to running way. Words line just know the tension broke. Snitches twin. Morning rests open on a kitchen tile. Steam writes mercy in a cursive smile. I count my breath like coins I've signed. When the battles are over, there's nothing left but kind. I kept a ledger made of iron and ash. Roll out totals in the soldier's sash. I measured men by the weight they threw. Built taller walls and truth could shoot. But doors don't sing for a fist that pounds. They learn the hands that spare their sounds. I traded thunder for a humbler grind and found the only wealth I keep is kind. Now small tools wait where anger stood. A cloth, some oil, a plan for good. A quiet bench, a chair aligned. What power remains is the power to be kind. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a sharpened mind, set down the blade, pick up the kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim,
When neon quits its grind and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I pass a stoop with a lopsided rail, 2 screws shy of a safer tale. A neighbor shrugs, I meant to fix. We trade a laugh for nails, 6 ticks. No sermon there, no proof to stage, just borrowed time from a quieter age. He says, you save me, I shake my head. You'll do the same for someone's bread. We write a treaty with a level line, tight grain joint, the edge is fine. The street learns patience intertwined with smaller work that chooses kind. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns politely blind, open the window, call in kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I wore a suit that made rooms bow, silk like thunder on a clever brow. It held my fears with polished pins, looked like power, felt like sins. I hung it up where ghosts undress, watched it wilt into something less. Denim and linen learned my spine, taught my shoulders a gentler line. What good is iron without a door? What good is more when you need restore? I stitch my name in a softer bind, a coat that fits the weather of kind. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If yesterday asked for a stricter fine, offer your hands and call it kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Ooh. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide guitar bend once then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory begs for a neon shrine, feed it bread and water it kind. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A letter waits with a quiet thanks about the hinge by the garden planks. I fold it twice the simple way, a receipt for time I chose to stay. Down at the corner a widow stares at groceries tall as Republic cares. We split the weight across 2 streets, neither hero, just human feats. No choir call, no corn was signed. We reached the door, the rest was kind. She touched my wrist, said bless your mind. I answered yours, we're both aligned. Hold that 4, let the rim click, pray. Let mercy sign the day. If thunder knocks with a blazing mind, show it the sink, we're in sync kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no
sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I open the drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vine. Some I send with a steady pen, some I keep for the kitchen's amen. A boy drops coins in a dented jar, saves for a bike like a private star. Out a bill in a folded slide, don't sign my name, let luck decide. He don't smile way and doesn't know that's the point of certain glow. The brightest lights are undesigned, they warm the room and leave it kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn, writing his scribe on the windows, lighting shafts for Placer Brain. Monet penning a sticker saying, when life is finally underlined, Julius Butter livified, there's nothing left but kind. There's nothing